This is PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat.
Hey guys, it's me, Travis with PlayerProps.ai, and this is what we're looking at for Monday NHL. So we already have a Monday Night Football available for you on this YouTube channel. If you ignore all of the directions of subscribing to the YouTube channel and turning notifications on, you may have not seen it, but you still have time. So you're watching this YouTube video right now on the same channel you're watching. After you're done with this show, go back and watch the Monday Night Football show, and make sure you lock that in as well. There's a lot of things I'm going to go over in this show. There's a lot of stuff. So let's just go through it one at a time here. First, these shows are created to teach you how to use the app. There should never be a scenario where you say, hey, can we have an NBA show today? Or can we have an NFL show today? Or can we have this show today? Every show I've ever done can be used for any day. So for example, the last day we had an NBA show was on Wednesday, where we hit Julius Randle over points. If you wanted an NBA show on Thursday or Friday, you already had one. You take the Wednesday show, and you remember that all of these shows I do are to teach you how to use the app. So if you took the Wednesday show where we ended up on Julius Randle, and then we just copy and pasted everything that Travis did on the screen and everything that he was explaining on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday slate, it doesn't matter when it happens. Even today on Monday, where the last few weeks we did an NBA show on Monday, you can still use past shows to help you on present and future days. So you only really need one NBA show. You can just use Wednesday. You only need one NFL show. You can use any of the NFL shows, one NHL show. They're all the same. They all teach you how to use the app. So again, if you want to do NBA tonight, Monday, November 10th, go to Wednesday's show and just copy and paste what I did, and you're going to find the play that I would have wound up on anyway. So remember, if you're not actually listening to the words coming out of my mouth or paying attention to the screen, and you're not learning how to use the app, you can't be successful in sports betting. This is to educate you, to make you a better bettor, but it requires you to actually try to be a better bettor. So that's the first part. Some other news that I want to go through here before we start going through NHL here is so we're still trying to crank out version 3.0 as quickly as possible, but it's very dev intensive, where the devs are working around the clock to finish it. We're fairly close, but I still don't have a timetable for that, but it's coming out soon. Some other videos I'm going to be doing in the immediate future. You might still hear that I sound kind of stuffy. I did not do a show yesterday live stream that we normally do Sundays at 11 a.m. because I could not breathe out of any nostril. I can breathe out of one right now, and so that's why I'm doing the show. But I went to Atlanta, not this past weekend, but the weekend before that for a wedding. And at one point, I was in a minivan riding with somebody who was essentially coughing up a lung, and it sounded like they were going to die of typhoid. And I'm like, I swear if I get sick because I'm in the same car as this person who's clearly dying, I'm going to be mad. And so this is Monday of last week, I started feeling like a little tickle in the throat, a little cough, and then it just progressively got worse and worse and worse to where Saturday was horrible, and then Sunday I wake up and it feels like somebody hit me in the face with a baseball bat. I'm like, oh, I can't do a show today. I have pumped so much meds into my system. The fact that I'm still not 100% recovered after all of the meds I've taken in the last 7 days is absolutely insane. I feel like all of the meds that you can buy at a drugstore, convenience store, whatever, they're all placebos. I don't trust that any of them actually work because they don't work. They're not working. So I am going to be, when I am 100%, once this officially all goes away, I'm going to be doing some videos that I haven't done before. And what those videos are going to be is so this software that I use for recording and streaming, it's called OBS. It's free to download. We just had one of our premium members, I believe that the Discord name is Cherry Goat. not sure if I'm saying that right, Chari Goat, they DM'd me and they said, hey, I did my own show, my own live stream on YouTube where they had PlayerProps.ai pulled up and they're kind of teaching people how to use it and everything like that. And so I really liked that, and I want to get more people that want to create videos and stuff, teaching people how to use the app that's done so well for them and change their lives. So I'm going to be creating essentially kind of two different videos. One, this is how to use the free software if you're going to be doing it on desktop, which is kind of what I'm recording on right now, which is the rectangle version or the horizontal version, landscape, if you will. But if you want to record like videos for TikTok or the short reels for Instagram or Facebook or whatever it may be, I'm gonna have another video of this is how you use this software and PlayerProps.ai to record the videos. The ones that like you see Ben doing where the screen's in the background. Not that he's using OBS, he just uses the I think like the TikTok app for that. But just kind of teaching you, hey, if you want to start creating content and start pushing out your refer a friend link and all that other stuff, I'm going to create videos teaching you how to use that, because this software stuff, it's got a little bit of a learning curve, but I've been using it now for 10 years, I think. And so I'm beyond that learning curve. And so I'm just going to teach you guys how to do it. So those videos are going to be coming out once I get healthy. What else? Starting next month, or maybe at the end of this month, depending, we're going to be doing a monthly VIP appreciation giveaway. So I've been doing giveaways like here and there and stuff like that, but we're going to be doing every single month. Anyone who's active at the end of the month, we'll just be doing a giveaway, and it could be cash, gift cards, swag, a mixture of a bunch of stuff. But I want to start doing that every single month, like clockwork, essentially. So we're going to be initiating that as well. And is there anything else? I don't think so. So this show is going to be a little bit different. Not only because it's NHL, which I'm wearing my Vegas Golden Knights Stanley Cup Final Championship shirt and my Vegas Golden Knights hat because it's NFL, but I want to show you how everybody in Discord and the premium channels have been absolutely printing an insane amount of cash in NHL that I couldn't not do an NHL show because so much money has been won in the past few weeks. When you couple NHL on the PlayerProps.ai app with Joey's NHL cheat sheets in the premium channels in the Discord, it's making it where people who have never watched an NHL game in their life, and they don't have to watch one after they lock it in, are literally printing cash because they're just looking at the app, looking at the screenshots, and then, or not screenshots, looking at the cheat sheets, and it's just, oh, this matches this, boom, click it in, boom, 80% play, the end. And so I'm going to go over both. So we have the, here on the screen, the NHL AI prop predictor, but I'm going to go back and forth with this and this screen here in Discord. So this is the, if you see on the far left, we've highlighted the NHL data channel. So we have these new channels we've added. We have NBA data, we have NFL data, NHL data, and so the channels that say data in them, those are Joey's cheat sheets. And he's got a lot of stuff. So what he does, the app, of course, crushes on its own, but he's like, I talked to him, I go, how do we make it to where if somebody never, ever saw an NHL game, and they may not even understand NHL terms, how do we make it so easy to win that they still don't have to watch an NHL game, but they can utilize the Discord and the app to, within like 5 seconds, find a winning play? And so that's kind of what these data channels do. So I'm going to go through this in a second, but I'm going to find something on the app first. Let me go back to that screen here. And then, there's something else I want to point out. This is the formula. The formula is app plus Discord equals win more. This isn't app or Discord equals win more. It's app plus Discord. If you're only in the Discord and you're not using the app, you're not going to win more. If you only have the app and you're not in this Discord, you're not going to win more. It is a coupling mathematical formula. You have to be in both to have the success that everyone else in Discord is having. And it's not just being in Discord, but actually like using Discord. If you find something you like on the app, you take a screenshot of it from the app, you post it in Discord, and the VIP channel is like, hey, what do you guys think about this one? This is what I'm looking at. What do you guys think? There's 18,000 plus other members in Discord, more than happy to help you out and say, hey, that does look good. Or I wouldn't do that because XYZ. This isn't you download the app and you're on your own. And the people, there's going to be a few people that don't read emails, don't watch videos, refuse to listen to the words coming out of my mouth, and they're like, oh, I don't understand this. You don't understand because you're not listening. It's foolproof. You just have to follow the guidelines. If you use the app and you don't have success, then there's one guideline that you probably didn't follow. Did you show that to the rest of the community in the Discord before locking it in to get feedback on it? No. Well, there's a guideline there. Next time you do that, share it before you lock it in. So it's as long as you are following the guidelines, it's impossible to lose all your bets. And there's a very high percentage of people who are losing all their bets. And I'm teaching them this is how you don't lose all your bets. You just have to follow the guidelines. If you keep doing the same thing that you've already been doing that's losing all your bets, and then you download the app and you still do the same thing that's losing all your bets, even if you have the app on your phone, the textbook definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. That's what insanity is. You have to change what you're doing if it's not working. Join the Discord, get the app, follow the guidelines. It's a guarantee you will lose less often. So now that we cover those things, before I lose my voice completely, let's find something for today and then show you with the Discord of how to use the cheat sheets. So let's just focus like right here, for example. So Ryan O'Reilly, Nashville versus the Rangers, trifecta, shots on goal, 1.5, projections 2.98. Sportsbooks favor the over, right? So trifecta makes it super easy to find things that have a above average chance of hitting. Not that they're guaranteed to hit. And then I had somebody in Discord ask me about this. So they're like, hey, how do we filter trifecta? Or can you create a filter for trifectas? I believe I always talk about this on every episode, but you always see me click this T. This is the trifecta filter. When it's highlighted, the only things that show are trifectas. So if you want to filter, it's already there. Click the T button. But here's an example of Ryan O'Reilly. So we have Ryan O'Reilly shots on goal, right? So it took us a millisecond to see him on top. We open the app, we go to NHL Prop Predictor, we see him on top, right? So then, let me change the screen again. We go back to the cheat sheets inside of Discord, inside the premium channels. Okay, so the first thing, so there's these things called sweet spots, which have not have an above average chance, but in the past have hit at an above average rate. So here, over 1.5. Does Ryan O'Reilly hit over 1.5 for his line? Yes. Is there a positive difference? Check. Yes. Is the projection greater than 3.15? No. It's 2.98. So this is not a sweet spot for shots on goal. I don't think there was anybody that had a 3.15 for today's games, but we can continue to go down here, right? So there's a bunch of different things. We're specifically looking at shots on goal. So these are things, this is not shots on goal, this is saves, these are block shots, not shots on goal. We have a lot of pictures here to help you guys out. So now we're going to keep scrolling down. This is for NHL money line and spreads. This is for NHL team total. This is NHL MVP list on offense, for defense, for defensive stats. So here, shots on goal is an offensive stat, right? So we look here, you see it says SOG, shots on goal, over 1.5. The people who have hit over 90% when they're a shots on goal trifecta with a 1.5 line is all of these names here, under greater than 90% PlayerProps.ai hit rate. So the player we are considering is Ryan O'Reilly. We scroll down here and his name is not on this. So I want to see if there's anything else. So essentially, there are a lot of shots on goal trifectas. Let's see if we can find somebody whose name is on the list under shots on goal, because Ryan O'Reilly's not there. That's not saying Ryan O'Reilly's not going to hit. That's just saying that he's not there. So we're going back to PlayerProps.ai. Let me see if any of these trifectas are on this list. So I have it side by side here. I'm looking, let's see. Fox creator, Okay, so I'm just going back and forth. Is there anybody that matches up with this list? So it looks like all the shots on goal props of 1.5 are not part of the the MVP list, which of course have a crazy 90% hit rate. So I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm gonna make the minimum line 2. There's one person that's a trifecta with a line of 2.5. Horvat? I don't know. But if we look at the shots on goal cheat sheet, over 2.5, there's only 2 players, Cutter and Jack. And Bo is neither Cutter nor Jack, so it doesn't hit for that one as well. But this doesn't mean you can't play them. This is just what people are doing to print an insane amount of cash, because a 90% hit rate is crazy. It's not that they hit the rate. They have to be a trifecta, and their line has to match this. So I don't think there's anybody today that I noticed right off the rip that has that lines up with any of these. I mean, we can look at points. So let me go back to the mobile here. So now we're looking at points. And if you don't know anything about hockey, it's fine. You can use this app and don't know anything about hockey. But to get a point, you either have to have a goal or you have to have an assist on a goal. If you have an assist, it's 1 point. If you have a goal, it's still 1 point. So you can get a point even when you're not scoring. So that's how hockey works in a nutshell. So there doesn't seem to be any... there's only like one game showing here. DraftKings is being weird. Let's look at assist. So assist, what was the assist thing for the MVP list? There's only one player, and it's Mark Stone. But Mark Stone, does he have an over projection today? I don't know. I know Vegas is playing today. No, it doesn't seem like he has one. A lot of these people are on Vegas, which is not shocking. I'm trying to figure out, okay, let me find... BetMGM typically has a lot more stuff. Let's get points BetMGM. Going back to the MVP list for points. Over points. Just trying to like memorize the name and go back and forth here. Just gotta see if there's anything that matches. And the whole thing is like, people are like, Travis, there are no trifectas for like receiving yards today or whatever it may be. Trifectas aren't a guarantee to show up, and they're not a guarantee to hit. And it doesn't mean just because something's not a trifecta that you can't consider it. It's just a good guideline for people that are joining us for the first time of seeing, I think it's easier for me just to type in the names that I see here without even knowing if they're playing today or not. So he's not a trifecta. There are no points trifectas. But Brad Marchand is hitting at an extremely high rate. So let's go back. I'll show you what I'm looking at right here. So this is what I'm looking at. So you see, I can't highlight it because it's just an image of a cheat sheet. But you see where the third column says points, over 0.5. Brad Marchand playing tonight for Florida has an over 0.5 line. It's 0.5, his projection's 0.67, which is over. He is hitting at plus 90%. So let me look at what's a sweet spot for points. Over points. Okay, look at this. Here. Oh, yeah, you can see the screen. So, again, Brad Marchand is over 0.5 points. He has a positive difference, check. His projection is exactly 6.62, and his sweet spot is, as long as it's higher than 0.52, it's a sweet spot. So check, sweet spot. So Brad Marchand versus Vegas Golden Knights is considered a sweet spot because he hits these things here. Not only is he a sweet spot, but we go to what Joey calls his MVP list on offense. He's also the top player at a 90% hit rate. So this video is not 2 minutes long because I'm telling you what to look at. But now that you know what to look at, it's less than a minute of just cross-referencing. Okay, what is the AI saying on the app? What does Joey's cheat sheet say? Is there a match? Boom, the end. Now, there has been, let me just go back to like the... So if you can't see all these channels, that means you're still stuck on step one. So I'll show you what step one is. If you cannot see all of these channels, you have not done this part. There's a channel that says how to unlock channels. How to unlock channels, unlock free access. It's literally a screenshot. Go to your PlayerProps.ai profile. You tap the icon in the top left of the app. It's top right on desktop. There's a big blue button that says Connect Discord on it. You tap that button, and that's what's going to unlock the channels for you. Yeah, you'll unlock all the free channels. If you don't have an upgraded account, you unlock all the free channels and all the premium channels if you do. And for the love of all that's holy, I beg of you, once you upgrade, the very first channel that you want to look at after you upgrade, new VIPs start here. Welcome to VIP. This is the channel that goes through our 6 steps to success. If you follow all six steps, you will have success. So make sure you go there first. But again, we have these data channels where he's got cheat sheets for NBA. This is NFL. He's got his cheat sheets for NBA. And of course, he has them for NHL. But I wanted to kind of highlight NHL because I noticed so many people were winning so much money that I just wanted to focus on it. So like all this stuff here, like hundreds, thousands of dollars are being won just from people that are using the cheat sheets and the app simultaneously. Now, what I do want to reference, going back to the cheat sheet here. Oh, that's NBA. So I had somebody ask the question, which is a good question to ask. And there's any question that's a good question. There's no such thing as dumb questions. The fact that you're asking questions in Discord means you're trying. If you're not asking questions, you're not trying. But this doesn't mean to go over, you never ever start with the cheat sheet first. So if you see this and you're like, oh, Brad Marchand, over 0.5 is 9% hit rate, I'm gonna lock that in. No, because you don't know, just by looking at this, which direction the AI is recommending. These hit rates are based on what the AI recommends. Brad Marchand's only on this list only in games where the AI recommends he's gonna get over 0.5 points. So you can't just look at this and be like, oh, I'm going to lock in Mark Stone over 0.5 assist. I'm going to lock in Nathan McKinnon over 3.5 shots on goal. No, it depends on what the AI is saying. So the cheat sheets, you use the app first. You compare it against what's on the cheat sheets. You cannot use the cheat sheet first because you're going to be locking in things the AI doesn't agree with. You're going to shoot yourself in the foot. So that, in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen, is how... Not just for NHL, but I just wanted to focus on NHL because I think in the last 7 days, more money has been won in NHL than any other sport because of Joey's cheat sheets showing us which players, when AI projects certain things, are printing the most cash. So, to wrap things up, it does not matter if you do not like hockey, if you do not watch hockey. Do you like to have more money in your sports betting account at the end of the day than what you started with? If the answer is yes, then this is how you use sports you don't have any knowledge about. Now, I'm not forcing you to do NHL, but I'm just saying, if you were interested in getting action on a sport you may not know, this is how to do it. Use the app, use the cheat sheets, find something. So now that we know what we're looking at, let's find the best payout for it. So we do the same thing we always do. We go to the props comparison tool. Let me get rid of that. And we're going to go to NHL, Florida versus Vegas, points. I'm pretty positive DraftKings and FanDuel have this. I'm just guessing that the feed that they give us is sucking right now because I can't imagine them not having it, but I'll check it on my phone here in a second. So right now, ESPN Bet, which, if you didn't see my post in the Discord, is shutting down completely. You have 20 days left to get all your money off of ESPN Bet. ESPN Bet was Penn Interactive, was the company that was powering ESPN Bet, and then they had to deal with ESPN to create ESPN Bet. They just canceled their deal. ESPN Bet will no longer exist December 1st. If you have money on there, get it off. But odds-wise, they have a slight better payout on Marchand points. But now I want to see why FanDuel and DraftKings aren't showing points for Brad. So I'm going to go to their app real quick. So let me see what the payout is. I'm on FanDuel right now. 1+ points. Is Marchand not listed? No, he's there. So Marchand's minus 150 on FanDuel, so it's tied with ESPN Bet. And then let me look at DraftKings real quick. I have to figure out, I have to yell at DraftKings and FanDuel for having sucky odds feeds. Anytime you don't see something, it's because they intentionally screw things up. They don't like people winning more than losing. Where is NHL? Why is it not even showing on the DraftKings app? All right. Let me see if they have better than minus 150. Give me a second. Points. Minus 165. So yeah, FanDuel minus 150 is the best one. I wouldn't even touch ESPN Bet. Get all your money off there. They're closing up soon. But that is how you use the app. That's how you use the Discord. It's both. I want to stress this again. This is a math formula. You don't get to change it. To win more, which is your ultimate goal, win more, lose less, right? App plus Discord. App plus Discord. Not app or Discord, not app only. App plus Discord equals win more. If you only have the app and you don't get in the Discord, you're going to have a hard time winning more. There's 18,000 members in the Discord that are more than happy to help you out. You just have to ask questions. There's no such thing as a dumb question. Nobody's going to mock you for anything. If you come in and ask, what is sports betting? No one's going to laugh at you. We have the most helpful, welcoming betting Discord on planet Earth. I guarantee it. Come in, go to that channel that says unlock free access I just talked about earlier. That's how you unlock all the Discord channels, just by tapping that one button. And then that just proves to us that you're not a robot and trying to spam everybody with scams. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's how it works. That's what it is. That's what the play is going to be for today's show. We also have a Monday Night Football show, so make sure you watch that. You have plenty of time left. And yeah, good luck on everything. And as soon as I can breathe out of both nostrils fine and this crazy illness goes away, I'll be doing those how to record a show for PlayerProps.ai. And not only am I going to teach you how to use the software to record, whether you want to do long form video like this or the tall like TikTok version videos that you see Ben do, but I'm also going to create a channel in Discord specifically for people that are creating this content. So if you do create a video on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, you can take the link and you can post in this channel. So the channel is just going to be people that are creating content on their own channels. If you've never created content before, you can get into it. You don't have to. I'm not forcing you to. But if you're interested in it, I'm going to teach you how to use the software to have a pretty good visual breakdown. Yeah, that's what it is. Use the cheat sheets, get in Discord. It's a math equation. You can't take out a part of it. It's the full equation. You must have the app. You must be in Discord. Both are mandatory to win more. So we'll see you in Discord. If you have any questions, ask them there. That's what Discord is for. Good luck.